G'day traders, John from Crypto Candlestick Trading, doing an update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. Just a quick one. We can see we've kind of taken off here in Bitcoin land, crypto land, but like it really looks good. But how good does it really look? We've gone from lows, highs, high lows, not quite a higher high. It is just, but now we've kind of broken this low here, or found support at the same kind of level. It actually even looks like we've broken the low of this price here. Let's have a look at the low. So 24,838, and we'll have a look at this low here is 24,728, 728. So 713. So this one's actually a fraction lower than the other one. So yep, that's there. So we have made a new lower low. So a high and a low. It all depends on what this one does here. Is it going to break above there and go higher, or break below this one and go lower and form our new like rollovers, so the right shoulder here forming. So I am still looking for shorts in this right shoulder area. I'm still thinking it is a right shoulder. Let's just go to the weekly chart, because all this hype that's happened with the crypto markets, some of these could actually get some movement, and we can see that some of them have. Just running across here, we've got support, resistance, and we're climbing back up to that same resistance area. And as you can see here, we seem to be stalling as we're arriving up to that area. I'm just going to get rid of some of these drawings. We'll move on to something a little bit different here. So let's have a look at the wave count. So if we're going from wave 1 down to wave 2, up to wave 3, 4, and 5, and from there it seems to kind of just flatten out a little bit. So we've kind of reached up here, and a lot of selling that's happening up here because of these reasons back here. So we could look at it like that, or we could look at it in a different way as well. I'll just get rid of that. And so we could look at it as like a wave count. So if that was your wave 1, and that was your, or even first base, second base, and now we're coming up to the third base here. So even if we're looking at it like that as a base count, and I'm going to get this line for the third time now, and hopefully it's going to work. There we go. So now we are at the third base count. So could we get a little bit of a pop above this third base count before we head down? Yes, we could. Could we actually break above this, find support on here and take off? Yes, we could. But so far things aren't looking like that. Let's just have a look at the volume that's happened back here. All this trading that's happened back here. There's so many people involved in this crypto market. Now have a look at this here. It's backed off big time. We're overbought here, and we've just slowly been coming down. Up here we've got a left shoulder, and then we've got a higher head obviously, and then we're at the right shoulder now. We're forming the right shoulder. I'm kind of tempted even to put shorts in here on some of these ones that are looking weaker, and having my stops above these highs here. Or I could even trade Bitcoin on the short side, but let's just have a look. I mean, I'm going to squeeze this right up to even see what the volume's doing here, but we do have an engulfing with extra volume that's closing above. But the only problem is we've got these that are high. The RSI is high, or I could say stochastics were high. The best time and the best place to buy an engulfing is when we're coming out of an oversold condition. We've got a volume pop, and we've had a low, so we've had a rise, a little bit of a low, and now we've got an engulfing. That's the sort of thing that I want to do here. It's kind of, it does kind of look like that, but there's a few things that are missing, and a few things that don't really go along with that to support that idea. All right, let's just get rid of those drawings. So looking at the weekly chart, let's just go through and have a look at a few more on the weekly chart, and have a look and see what they really look like. So here, this is ADA. So ADA hasn't really done very much at all in this massive big volume. This pop that's happened with Bitcoin and the crypto markets. And here, but have a look at that. We've got an inverted hammer, and then we're engulfing. Didn't close above the 9. We come back down. We've got another engulfing, which is just closed out the 9. So not really too much there. RV is looking very good. Now I do like this one here, this project. So here, but it looks like we've got exuberance in volume. Like, there's a big problem with that. That means that massive amounts of money were turned over in this one candle. And also it means that wasn't all buying. All this massive turnover here, if this was a real volume pop, and there was all that was buying, this candle will be up to here somewhere. But that'll call for exuberance as well, which would usually mean for a fall. So even with this one here, we've got an inverted hammer here, and engulfing, and now we're closed up above the 3 moving averages. Pull back, 2 candle pullback, which is nice. You can't even read the volume on this to see what that volume's like. And then we've got our 5th one here that follows through, which is beautiful. That's really good, but we've got exuberance. Quant, let's have a look at that. I only want to do a quick video, so I won't make this much longer. Here we're getting engulfing, closing out the 9. So yes, it looks good, but it's not saying that we're in an uptrend yet. I think that's the thing that I'm trying to get to. Inverted hammer, engulfing, beautiful. And now we're getting engulfing, closing above the 9. I do like that, but where's the volume? We're not coming out of oversold. Where's the volume? It's just not there. Near, yep, nothing there, nobody home. And Ripple, exuberance. This is what happens is with exuberance. We've gone all the way up. We're sold off around about, say, 30%. This is the result you get from that. And so now we're just in a sideways sort of action with Ripple. Solana. Now, Solana went really well. But have a look at Solana. Supports. This is solid support too. This is where big block buying started selling, right up at this very top part here, at the top of that candle. So I've included this support and the top of that candle in this bluey color box here. So we've gone all the way down, come all the way back up, and now we've found like resistance in that and done it again. So it will be interesting to see where we go with Solana. It'll just be interesting to see where we go, because we've got major support and we're at major resistance from the previous support. So let's just wait and see. We didn't really get any sort of buying signal above, to break above these major moving averages, even though we pulled 2 candle pullback, which is nice. And now we've got follow through, which is there, which is good. But we've got the support. Okay, moving on. So VeChain. No, not much there. A couple of engulfing again, but we're still below the major moving averages and we're still pointing down, even though there is a little bit of accumulation here, which is looking pretty good. Stellar Lumens, nope, nobody home. Bit of support on the 50 there. Oh, actually, just a sec. Let's just have a look at these highs here and see what we can get. So we've got resistance, support. Now we've found support on the 50 and we can do have an engulfing. If we close above... Yeah, I mean, this isn't looking too bad, actually. Anyway, like it's not a trade for me at the moment, because I don't like this exuberance up here. It's pulled back. We might actually get a bit of a pop there, but who knows. S&P 500. Now, S&P and the NASDAQ, I just want to have a quick look at those. Have a look at that. We've come up engulfing. So I actually bought into a stock. I can't remember what it was. I lost 1%. So we had another a good breakout on the daily chart with a good support on the 50 bounce with the S&P 500, which motivated me to buy one of the better looking stocks. So I did, and it didn't work, so I'm out. So anyway, we've got a perfect looking engulfing below these major moving averages heading down. That's looking very negative. Increased volume, overbought, heading down. Not very good. NASDAQ, same. So here we're overbought, heading down, and we've got, look at all this volume distribution here. Like, this is massive up here, huge amounts of selling. And look at this, a full body closing candle. That means that everyone that was in here still thinks it's a good idea to be going short and selling out of your stocks in the market. All right, traders, all right, okay, I just can't help myself. I'm just going to have a quick look at this selling up here on the daily chart. Yep, same as the selling back here. I'm still looking at a right shoulder to go down to the south side. We might even break above here shortly, but not for long. Like, this to me is this to me just looks like big money enticing retail traders to buy because we've got a breakout. And have a look at all the selling that's happening at the top here. Look at all that volume. Like, that volume there is not all buying. It's, there's a lot of selling that's happened there. Just the same as this. There's a lot of people that have been going, oh, this is fantastic. The bull market started. But look at all the selling that's happened here. Same here. ADA, let's have a look at ADA. So ADA, it's about as exciting as the weekly chart. Not much there. This here, look at this. Now, this to me looks like exuberance. But we do have a low, a high, a low, and now we've smashed this higher high. But it's exuberance. It's like straight up. Like, what usually happens from that? It usually comes straight back down. But this is one project I really do want to be a part of, AAVE. I would have loved to be able to get it back here at the $50 mark. Even back, back here at the $50 mark too. So, but, if it comes back down to there, which I would not doubt that it will, because if Bitcoin does what I believe it may, it has a very high chance of doing, well, we should be able to buy these a lot cheaper at some stage in the next, 4 to 6 months. This one here, have a look at this one here. So we've got 3 candles and a massive exuberant candle to finish up. This is just too much. It's like, have a look at this. Big push, and then have a look at the result that happens after it. Same here, big push. Yep, okay. I could say bad things about it for a while, but I think you get the idea. Here, same again. We've got a nice big push up to there. Look at this. This is like exuberance here. Have a look at the result. This is almost like exuberance here. Wonder what the result will be. And we're already in the overbought territory as well. Near. Let's have a look at that on the daily chart. Yep, nothing on the daily chart. We've got an engulfing there, and we've got an indecision there at the 50 again. So nothing there really. I mean, the whole thing, you know, all the market looking green the other day was really exciting and fantastic and stuff like that, until you actually get in and have a look and see what's really going on. Here, Ripple, we're under the major moving averages. Solana, yep, here we go. So, you know, up there, lots of selling. You can see that there. And up here, have a look at that. So we've had a big push up to here. Yeah, you know, this could actually have a little bit of a stall and then pop through. Who knows? But I just don't like that previous resistance previous support becomes new resistance. And that's this sort of stuff here that we just had a look at on the weekly chart. On VeChain, and like I really do like VeChain, but you know, that's exuberance. Have a look at this massive big pop. One thing to keep in mind is that when you see a few of these in the lows, that means that it is being accumulated. That means that someone is actually buying into this and holding it. But this is exuberance. So when big money buys into this, they're buying for the longer term. When retail traders buy into this that think that, oh, you know, the run started, they're going to be selling very soon after that, because they think, you know, well, if it comes back down, they get stopped out. They'll be thinking that, oh, you know, like this run is going to continue, so I'll just hold on to it. But little do they know it's going to turn around and come back down on them, and then they're going to be selling short and selling at a loss, basically, simply because exuberance. They didn't read the charts properly. Stellar Lumens, same again, exuberance all the way back down under the major moving averages. I wouldn't touch any of this until, well, firstly, Bitcoin has to look very strong and in a good position, and secondly, it needs to break out, pull back, and give me an engulfing or something like that. You know, it doesn't actually have to pull back; just needs to be some sort of a sideways movement and then a push, and that's what I'll be looking at. That's the S&P 500. Here's the Nasdaq. So, yep, Nasdaq looking. Have a look at this selling volume around here. You know, you don't see many pops of green in here. You see lots and lots of pops of red. That pops of red, that little bit tiny fraction above, is the final say that the big money was selling. So yep, there you go. There's a lot of selling that's happened in here and still continues to do so. All right, traders, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a good night. And anyway, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. You know, Bitcoin could do absolutely anything, but at this stage here, it really doesn't look like it's being accumulated for the long term or for the big push. If it does, it's just going to be a continuation of hype, and I don't think it'll last much longer. All right, traders, talk to you again soon. See ya.